Changing your whole house water filter cartridge is simple but important. If you don't change on time, the filters get clogged, which slows down water flow. Once it's full, it can't trap contaminants anymore, so water starts tasting and smelling bad again. Even worse, old filters can become a breeding ground for bacteria, potentially making you sick. So in this video, I'll show you step by step how to change your whole house water filter properly, so you always have clean, purified water on demand. Step number 1. Figure out when your whole house water filter cartridge actually needs replacement. This mainly depends on your incoming water quality and the type of filter you're using. In general, a whole house sediment filter lasts anywhere from 3 to 6 months. Carbon filter cartridges usually last about 6 to 9 months, and post filters can go up to 9 to 12 months. One easy way to be more precise is to install a pressure gauge before and after the filter system. If you notice a significant pressure drop after the water passes through the filters, that's a clear sign the cartridge is clogged and due for replacement. Step number 2. Get the correct replacement cartridge, whether it's a sediment or carbon filter. You'll also need a filter housing wrench, a bucket and some clean rags for spills, and food-grade plumber's silicone grease. Also, keep another bucket filled about a quarter full with clean, soapy water. Step number 3. Start the replacement process. Turn off the water inlet going into the filter housing. This is usually a ball valve that you turn 90 degrees. If there's no shutoff valve right before the housing, trace the water line back to the pressure tank and shut it off there. If you don't have a shutoff valve at all, turn off the breaker to the well pump to stop the water supply. Next, release the system pressure. Go to any faucet in the house that's downstream of the filter, open it, and let the water run until the flow slows down or stops. This step is important to prevent water from spraying out when you open the housing. If your system has a shutoff valve after the filter housing, turn that off as well. This stops all the water in the house from draining out once you open the filter and keeps the mess to a minimum. Now, release the pressure inside the housing itself. Many whole house filter housings have a red pressure relief button on top. Press it to vent out any remaining pressure. Use the correct filter housing wrench and place it securely around the housing. Turn it to the left to loosen it. Once it breaks free, position a bucket underneath and continue unscrewing the housing counterclockwise by hand. Be careful here because the housing will be heavy since it's full of water and the filter cartridge. If the housing is stuck, don't force it blindly. You can place one wrench on the housing and another wrench nearby for extra leverage, and use both hands or even have a second person help you turn it. Another trick is to use a blow dryer to gently heat the cap or canister, which can help loosen tight threads. For a detailed breakdown of these methods, check out this video, which I'll add in the description too. Once the housing is off, remove and dispose of the old filter cartridge. Then dump out the water from the housing and check the inside to make sure there's no debris or parts stuck at the bottom before moving on to the next step. Now clean and prep the filter housing before putting everything back together. Use the bucket of soapy water to wash out the inside of the housing. A scrub brush works really well to clean sediment and debris from the threads of both the filter canister and the filter head. If you've had leaking issues before, you can wrap PTFE Teflon thread seal tape a few times around the threads of the filter canister. Also, make sure the O-ring comes out of the housing. It can sometimes stick inside, and if multiple O-rings stack up over time, the housing becomes extremely hard to remove later. Next, unwrap the new cartridge and place it inside the housing. Then apply a very thin, even layer of clear, food-grade plumber's silicone grease around the entire O-ring. This helps prevent the O-ring from binding, wrinkling, creating gaps, or tearing when you tighten the housing back on. Put the housing with the new filter back into place and start tightening it by hand. Screw it on until you can't turn it anymore by hand. After that, use the filter housing wrench to tighten it just a little further. About 1/8 of a turn is usually enough. Avoid over-tightening, because that's one of the main reasons filter housings get stuck later. Now, slowly restore the water inlet flow. Open the shutoff valve before the housing about halfway and let the housing fill with water. Watch closely and check for any leaks around the housing and O-ring. If everything looks dry, go ahead and open the inlet valve fully. If your system has an outlet shutoff valve after the filter housing, open that next to restore water flow to the rest of the house, cabin, or cottage. Finally, purge the air and any filter fines from the system. Go to a nearby faucet, laundry sink, or washroom tap and run the water. You'll notice some spitting and sputtering at first as trapped air escapes. If you replaced a carbon filter, the water may look gray. And if it's a sediment filter, you might see a hazy white color. Let the water run until it clears, which usually takes 2 to 3 gallons. So there you have it, a step-by-step guide on changing the whole house water filter cartridge. If you've any questions, let me know in the comments below. And for another detailed guide on replacing water softener resin, check out this video next.